The Kanban board view in the system provides a clear overview of task attributes, assigned owners, and start or end dates through its intuitively arranged columns. It also facilitates the process of assigning and modifying these values directly within the schedule. To switch to the Kanban board view, I go to the top right of the screen, click Board, and the Kanban view appears. In this case, the tasks are grouped by their owners. This is just one of many available options for organizing tasks into columns. So, if we have assigned owners, I can easily reassign schedule elements to different people right here by changing the person assigned to the task. It's worth noting that if a task is assigned to multiple people, these task cards will be duplicated across their respective columns. This ensures all assigned owners can see their relevant elements, which is why a single task may appear in several different columns. If I were to add Daniel to this task, it would then appear in both his column and the column of the other assigned person. If I reassign the task from Daniel to Dominic, the ownership is updated. However, if I assign the task to a person who is already its sole owner, the card will not duplicate and will remain as a single instance. This view allows us to create custom perspectives tailored to our specific workflow interests. In the upper left corner, we have a filtering option that allows us to narrow down the list by specific attributes. For example, if I want to see only the tasks that are not yet completed and are due by the end of this month, the view updates immediately. I can see that just a few tasks need to be finished this month. This allows me to effectively track this month's priorities using a custom view tailored to my interests. And I see that in the case of Ms. Sabrina, she has too many tasks, and I can reassign these tasks to other people so that they have their work well organized. There are many options. I can use filtering by additional attributes here as well, but more on that in a moment. Let's now change the grouping of our Kanban board. If I switch the view from owners to end date, the system will automatically sort the tasks by their deadlines. Here, I can see tasks that are overdue, those scheduled for the upcoming week, and items with later due dates. This is an excellent way to track what needs to be done in the near future. It's worth mentioning that if I added a new task to be completed this week and specified that it should be finished today, a new column with the word Today would appear, suggesting and showing tasks that end today. Next, we have the option to sort by status. If we know that a given task is already in progress, then by moving it, its status will change, and I will stop there. Next, we have another option. Assigning values in the array to specific elements, for example, to the department. If I go to my system settings to schedule columns, I see that I have certain attributes set here that I can assign to tasks. For example, a given task can be assigned to a specific department, have some regulatory impact, or, for instance, have indicated criticality. If I return to my list, I can easily assign these values. Let's assume we have a task. Preparation of a process description, which is assigned to the production department, but I would like to transfer it to the sales department. Changing the grouping in the Kanban board automatically updates the displayed values. Let's observe how this works with the task criticality field. We have many tasks that are currently unassigned and lack a criticality value. By simply dragging them into the appropriate column, I can quickly assign the correct criticality level to these tasks. That's a quick yet highly useful change. As we can see, moving a task to a specific column automatically assigns it the corresponding value. This process also works in reverse. If a task is unassigned, I can update its value directly through this panel, and the change will be reflected immediately. Furthermore, I can add entirely new tasks directly from this same interface. If I click Add New Task, an input field will appear. After pressing Enter, the task is created. I can then assign its criticality level, as that is my current grouping criteria. It's important to note that any new tasks created this way will be placed at the end of the work breakdown structure. Since we are not manipulating the schedule hierarchy in this view, newly added tasks will appear at the very bottom of the list. So if I wanted to stick to the logical values of my WBS, then I should appropriately assign such tasks to time. Moving on, we have the option to view the history and possibly undo any changes that occurred, as well as an option for schedule administrators, where we can define, for example, working days or perform an import. If I right-click on a task in the Kanban board view, just as I would in the task list, I have several options. I can display the task details, which opens a panel showing all relevant information. From here, I can convert it to a milestone, clone it, or, notably, assign a color to it within the schedule. Let's assume I want to view only unfinished tasks grouped by task criticality. For my own workflow, I can also color code tasks that are particularly critical. By right-clicking on a task and selecting a color, I can apply this visual coding directly to the schedule. If I just wanted to highlight some critical elements, the coloring will also be reflected on the list. So, as you can see, working with a Kanban board can greatly simplify our work in the system, because we can easily assign a given schedule element to values such as owners or custom schedule fields. I encourage you to explore the Kanban board and try assigning data elements using these values. Configure a view that suits your specific needs. It's a simple way to work within the system that can significantly streamline your daily workflow. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, and I wish you successful work with the FlexiProject system.